Another episode of Make Your Mark. I'm your host, Michael Carabio with Landmark Title. And today we have a very special guest speaker that is going to share his insights and man, he just has such an incredible story. If you've been around in the real estate industry for the past, what, 7, 8 years, I would say, his name should ring a bell. It should be familiar. Right now, he's over in Texas. He's the owner of Elite Real Estate. He is a broker, multi-million dollar producing realtor, and he's growing fast in the Dallas-Fort Worth area. Man, he's a man with many different titles, a pastor, a father. He's fit beyond measure since the last
That's
time I've
funny.
seen him. He's lean money making machine. I would please welcome Mr. Steve Panate.
So honored to be on, Michael. I'm
Yeah,
excited about
man.
this.
It's so cool. It's so cool to just reconnect. Steve and I reconnected the past few weeks because we are both in the same journey of training for an Ironman right now.
Yeah, that's right. We're actually running
And
the same one.
the same one here
Yeah,
in a few months.
yeah.
And so, really cool. I'm excited for that itself. But how's that going, Steve? Let's just start there real quick.
It's intense. It's absolutely intense. It really will take your mindset to the next level, your habits to the next level, your disciplines to the next level. And so that's one of my favorite things about this is that it makes you become someone you're currently not.
Right. No, yeah, I couldn't agree with you more. I feel the same way, man. It's been a very humbling experience from the training that I was doing and now that I'm stepping into. So I wanna give everyone some context about who you are to the ones that don't know you. What's the story around just your brokerage itself right now? How is that going and how many agents do you currently have over there at Elite?
Yeah, so we launched Elite Real Estate in November of 2023. So we're a little bit barely over 2 years old, and we're now officially over 100 and we're 123 agents, I think it is.
Wow. That's incredible growth. That happened so fast.
Yeah, no, for sure. 123 agents in about 24 months, a lot of recruiting, a lot of meetings, but
Yeah.
one of the things is this, because people ask me all the time, what are you doing? How are
Yeah.
you doing this? And like the truth is this, business principles never change. They are the exact same. And so one of the things I always say is this, I am building the company the exact same way I built my real estate agent business. Nothing
Right.
changes, just the conversations change, the language change, words change, but everything else, the principles stay the exact same.
Wow. What is so with your agents inside your organization, like maybe tell me what your top producer did
Yeah,
2025 and then maybe like an on average like what you're seeing over there?
for sure, for sure, for sure. Our number one agent, she sold 118 homes.
Wow.
Solo agent on herself. Like literally she has no team. No one showed houses for her. Like no one listed her homes. Uh as a solo agent, she did 118 transactions, seven figures, uh
Easily.
easily,
Yeah.
and so we have a lot of agents that did, um 60 plus, 40 plus. Like we have a high producing office.
Wow.
Yeah, and so it honestly makes life a little easier because usually most of those agents are self-sustaining,
Yeah.
and so obviously we have a very strong uh coaching and mentorship program in-house, for like the newer agents and so on, but overall, we are a producing office. Like our agents are absolutely rock stars. And I think one of the things that makes us like really stand out is that I treat the company uh like a coaching platform,
Right.
and so it's worked. We have an amazing culture uh there in office, and so it's awesome. I'm excited. I'm also learning as I go. I don't know it
Right.
all. Like every single week it's just kind of like I don't know what's gonna happen this week, but let's go get it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, no, that's a really cool um, story, and awesome to hear that there's just so much potential there, right? Like you're probably just scratching the surface, as I mean, what you're barely going into your third year at Elite with all those people. So when you moved to Texas, you were just a solo agent, right? You didn't really know anybody. You just kind of were just trying to figure out the Texas market, I'm assuming.
Correct. So like I really have a lot of roles
Hmm.
uh in life. I am one of the founding pastors of a very large church. We started this church from four people, literally me, my wife, the senior pastor, and his wife. He is one of my best friends, and so from four people in 6.5 years, that's when we moved over here. The church has grown to over 10,000 people.
Wow.
And so that was my main focus at first, and so that's why I wasn't really launching much and so on, wasn't even
Right.
thinking about a brokerage and so on, but we had no idea what would happen, and so for income, all I knew how to do was just marketing and branding in
Right.
real estate, which is what I was always focused on in Phoenix. And so I started doing the exact same thing, and very quickly my business exploded on me,
Yeah.
and then I said, you know what? I'm going to start a brokerage company, a company I want to be a part of, a culture I want to build, and so on. And so it's been an amazing journey of just growing in my leadership,
Right.
growing in my mindset, and really helping other people grow as well.
Well, I'm glad you brought that up about Phoenix, because I want to rewind a little bit back to that moment in your life before, the brokerage was even a conversation. When you were an agent in Phoenix, what did your business look like? From what I remember, when I met Steve, Steve was kind of like the lead of almost doing video marketing. Like he was like one of the first that started
It's
it,
true.
um, and it's crazy how far video marketing has changed, right, compared to what we remember it as back then. But what did life really look like for you back then when you were here doing real estate in Arizona?
Sure. One of the things that real estate agents uh, uh, really have a hard time in doing is this. It's trusting a process. And so most agents abandon ship way too soon. I remember 2014 as a new agent, no one was doing video. No one was, you know? And honestly, no one still is doing video at a high level. Like you'll see agents kind of like mess with it and
Right.
like, little here, doing some house tours and so on, but Back then, very early on, I realized my business would rise and fall on my ability to lead generate. If I have
Hmm.
no leads, I have no business. I literally never focus on learning the contracts, um, like, like that stuff is always secondhand.
Right.
Okay. And so the primary thing agents need to understand is this: your whole focus has to be asking yourself every single week, what am I doing to lead generates? You have a broker for your contracts, you have like friends, other agents, but your heart and soul has to really hone into what am I doing to lead gen. If I'm not
Right.
doing that, I have no business. So very early on, I knew that video was going to be the next wave, and it's the easiest place to actually build a personal brand,
Right.
and so I went all in on video as a rookie. My first year, I sold almost 50 homes, without
Yeah.
spending a dime on marketing, without ever knocking on doors. I think that year I'm very big on open houses now, but like but back then I think I probably did like, 4 open houses that whole year because I
Yeah.
went all in on video and building my personal brand online. It's the most powerful thing you can do. One of the things I understood is that most agents live in fear and doubt. Okay? Most agents live in fear and they live in doubt. And
Mhm.
it keeps them away from first off doing video. Okay? It's, I don't like how I look, I don't like how I sound, I don't like this, I don't like that, etc., etc. But secondly is this, they begin to doubt that it works because they don't see it immediately working. Okay. And so what happens is this: I put my head down and I trusted the process. If I do this, no other agent is going to be able to do it at the level of all in that I am going to do this in. I'm going to stand out like a sore thumb. It's going to be like you won't be able to avoid me because I am going to be everywhere on your Instagram, on your YouTube, on your Facebook. And so I trusted the process long enough. That's the biggest secret in business. It's staying in it long enough on a consistent level to actually see the fruits of what it really could be,
Yeah.
And so, dude, I put my head down and I went all in on video, bro. I mean, all in, all
Yeah, no,
in.
I know. I remember because it's kind of funny. Someone might laugh at this, but I just remember hearing your stories every morning and you'd have like the same brand of a slang that it's like good morning and then you'd
Yeah,
say my Instagram family and this is like this catchy thing that
for
Steve
sure.
used to do, but like
Nowadays,
you could count on it every single morning. Steve would
yeah,
do
nowadays, that's my walk-in video into my office.
it.
Look
Yeah.
at this. Why do I do that? It's because repetition.
Yeah.
Repetition builds trust. Repetition builds authority. Repetition builds recognition. Like people remember you for something. And so I'm telling you, most agents think they are doing video or going all in on it. But I'm telling you, that space is still so wide open. And if you're truly able to catch hold of how to actually use it in order to build a personal brand, your business will be unstoppable. It's
No,
wild.
no, that's good. And like video obviously prepared you for a season that you didn't know that you were even going to step into. So you're in Arizona, you moved to Texas, you're starting over in real estate, right? Like,
Mhm.
did you know anybody in Texas really besides you said the
Michael,
founders of your church?
I knew no one but my best friends
Okay.
who we
So
moved
so
here with.
new
Literally
market, new network, obviously
scratch.
new expectations, right? What was like the hardest part for you as you made that transition that you can think of, and what do you feel like it taught you as you stepped out of you know into new territory?
For sure. So like, okay, a business is built like a house is built. Okay, a business is built. Your real estate agent business is built like a house is built. Okay, two things s- will sustain your house. Okay, the first thing that's laid is what? The foundation on the house, right?
Hmm.
It's the foundation. Okay, the second thing is is it's the frame, also known as your load bearing walls. Okay, so watch this. Check this out because I am answering the question with a profound thought that has been really my like life source. Okay,
Hmm.
so it's your foundation and your frame, load bearing walls. Okay, so okay, the foundation is laid first. It's the first thing that has to be laid in your business, okay? When it comes to your business, your foundation is your mindset. It's the number one reason why 90% of agents cannot make this a full-time uh, 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 uh,
Full-time job.
a full-time business, okay?
Hmm.
It comes down to a mindset issue. And I know we talk so much about mindset and mindset and mindset, but it's because literally your life and your business, okay, will rise and fall at the level you develop your mindset. It's the first thing that has to be laid. Why? Because the honeymoon phase will fade. The excitement will fade. Motivation will fade. And
Yeah.
what is going to sustain you is growing your mindset and your emotions to help you push through the days when you're lonely, when it sucks, when it's not working, when your videos aren't working, when your open houses are lonely. The only way you're truly able to push through is when you develop the right mindset that allows you to become the person to overcome. And so one of the things, okay, that my early years here in Texas did is this. It literally developed an unshakable mindset.
Hmm.
Unshakable mindset. Check this out. Check this out. In the Bible, okay? Genesis chapter 1 and verse 26. The first instructions, okay? The first instructions that hold on, sorry. I don't know what's going on.
Can you hear me?
You there? Yeah,
Yep.
you there. Okay. The first instructions that God spoke to Adam was be fruitful, do multiply, and have dominion. Okay, check this out. It's be, it's do, and it's have. Be, do, and have. Okay. The word be comes from, do you hear me? Yeah.
Hmm.
Okay. The word be comes from the word become. Okay. Become. Okay. So the order of success is be, it's do, and it's have. Okay, the order of success is be, it's do, and it's have. Okay, check this out. So most agents and business owners. are always asking, what do I need to do?
Losing you,
Okay.
Steve. There you go.
Hold on.
Um,
Okay. Okay. Sorry. Do you hear me real quick or no?
I can hear you, but you froze on my end.
Okay. Hold on. Let me see.
There you go.
Okay. Uh, uh, okay. Okay. Sorry. Okay. Okay. So it's be, do, have. Be, do, have. Okay. Check this out. Most real estate agents come into this industry, start a business. Okay. And they're coming in asking, what do I have to do? What do I have to do? Right?
Hmm.
How do I lead gen? How do I do an open house? How do I do video? And it's do. Check this out. But the order of success, according to God, is be, it's do, and have. So people come asking out of order
Hmm.
because because the do's is the second part. What's the first part? It's become. And so you have to first become someone you're currently not
Right.
in order to be able to do the things you have to be doing. So most agents aren't quitting because they don't know what to do. It's because they've never became the person they need to become.
That's so good.
And and until you're able to grow here and here, you'll never be able to do.
Right.
You're gonna quit. And so when I came here to Texas, the first thing I did was this, okay, who must I become? I don't care about the dues. That'll come after. Who
Right.
must I become? And so the question people need to be asking themselves going into 2026 is this: whatever happened last year, whatever's happened in my career as an agent, who must I become in 2026 in order to truly do and or build the business I really want to build?
Yeah.
Until you become that person, you'll never be able to do. And because you don't do, you'll never have.
That's really good, Steve. That's
Yeah.
good.
So,
That was going to be my question. What do agents need to do? But you said it.
okay,
They need
check this
to.
out. Yes, it's important to master Legion and master video and master open houses. Yes. Okay. But look at this. Agents quit not because they don't know what to do.
Right.
It's because they give up on the process it takes to truly build the business agents want to build. But the only way you'll ever be able to commit to the process, to stay in it, okay, is by becoming first, you know? And so on a very practical level, okay, you were gonna ask, what do agents need to be doing? Check this out. Agents need structure and commitments. Okay, we talk about, talk about environments,
Hmm.
atmospheres, talk about motivation, like et cetera. Okay, but is okay on a very practical level. Okay, agents every single week should have structure. It's how many videos am I going to do this week?
Right.
But most agents wake up and it's kind of like, should I film today? Should I do an open house this week? It's always this randomness
Yeah.
that leads to just, this hobby that once in a while an apple falls on your lap and makes you money.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But look at this, very practical. Every single week, every agent should be, I'm gonna do this week. So at the end of the week, you can measure and see, okay, what did I commit to and what did I do this week? How many conversations? am I going to have this week? How many text messages am I going to send this week? How many videos via a text message am I going to send this week? How many reels am I going to post? How many stories am I going to commit to every single day? Agents have no structure. It's always this kind of like, I'm gonna go with the flow and like see how it
Yes.
goes,
Yep.
and then all of a sudden they look for the next high of motivation in hopes that that sustains them. But I'm telling you, structure keeps you, motivation fades,
Right. Yeah.
you know?
And obviously, whoever's on this call, you already know like the value that Steve is providing right now. All this is not by accident. He's built this discipline and structure. So I want to ask you, like your non-negotiables, because your responsibilities have grown over the years. So what are they in your personal life? And of course, in your business, I know you kind of briefly just went over those, but just for you, so people can kind of see the level that you're moving at, even if it's not profitable, because you just said it, right? You have to become before you have. And so obviously the deposits that we put in on a day-to-day basis sometimes doesn't ultimately make us money right away, but we're thinking long term, right? We're thinking business. So what are your non-negotiables, Steve, so people can kind of understand what a day-to-day looks like?
For sure. You know, I really have them in phases. So I have my personal non-negotiables and my business non-negotiables.
Hmm.
Okay. So like on a personal level, three things. And these are the most important things in my life that are non-negotiable every single day. I don't care if the business burns down. If I have these three things, I'm okay. I'll come back and come back stronger. So it's number one, uh, 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 my personal relationship with God. Every single morning, it's the first thing I do. I will cut out. Uh, uh, I will cut my workout short if I wake up late because I have to spend my time with God first. Like it's literally the first thing. And so the first thing I do is this. My alarm shoots off and I pick up my Bible and I go and read it and pray. It's it's become just a part of my lifestyle. Okay. Number two is my health. Like every single morning, for the most part, I'll move. I'll go for a walk. I'll run, work out, like et cetera, whatever it is. Okay. And then three is this, I always spend time with my family every single morning and evening. That's a non-negotiable. If I'm winning at home, if I'm winning at work, but I'm losing at home, I'm losing.
Yeah.
Like my marriage is my priority. My children are my priority. And I prioritize that me as the leader of my household, that they know I'm very intentional of what I do with them. And so on a personal level, it's faith, it's health, and it's my family. I have that down, non-negotiables. I don't care what happens the rest of the day. Okay, now on the business perspective, okay? On the business perspective, okay? I do the following things. Video every single day. Stories, okay? And then almost always I'll post a reel a day. Okay? That's me personally.
Right.
Okay? I'm on my stories every single day. Like it's a non if I forget to be on stories, I'll like literally make something up just to put something on stories. Like it's a non-negotiable. Okay, why? Because everyone's fighting for attention.
Yep.
And I want to make sure that in some way, shape, or form, like I'm showing up in front of people. Okay.
Mhm.
Number two. Number two is this: I personally lead gen every single day. Now, obviously, nowadays my lead gen is real estate agents,
Recruiting. Yep.
you know, but it's the exact same principles. Every single week, I'm focused on lead generation things I'm doing in my business. Okay. Constantly, I am working on creative things every single day. Okay. What am I going to do when it comes to my emails? When it comes to my, like literally, and all this, I'm not working, you know, like 9 hours a day. All this is literally wrapped up in 4 hours of work time where I sit down and I tell agents, you don't have to work all day.
Right.
Okay. When you're showing houses, that's not working. That's called monkey business. You know what I'm saying? When you're
Mhm.
at a listing appointment, that's not working. That's called monkey business. Okay. The things you do to lead gen, that's your actual work.
Right.
So it's building out your database, writing your content, making your videos, editing, writing your captions, et cetera, planning your buyer seminars,
Yeah.
okay? Planning your open houses. Like it's crazy because it's just, okay, please. Is how I focus on five forms of lead gen. It's building out your database. It's social media, you know, YouTube, Instagram, TikTok,
Hmm.
Facebook, et cetera, okay? Three, open houses. Four, buyer seminars. Five, it's running ads on Facebook. Okay, those five things, like it's not rocket science, but it's all about consistency and being intentional about it. If you, as an agent watching this, if you go all in on intentional things you do every single week around those five things, there really is no other way besides hitting the phones, calling for sale owners, expires. I guess that would be number six.
Six. Yeah.
But like there is no other way to lead gen. I mean, unless you want to like, stretch it out and, join a run club or join, I mean, like, no. But traditionally in real estate, six forms of lead gen, that's all you get, you know? Or you go and join a company that is gonna literally run away with half your commission because you don't know how to lead gen. You're inconsistent. You're unreliable. Yeah. So you have to go beg a company, please, I want to lead. You know what I'm saying? When the reality is, if you triple down and go all in on these six forms of lead gen, like, dude, it's mind-boggling to me, Michael. Why aren't agents doing a buyer seminar a month?
That's so I'm glad you're asking that question.
Bro,
Because
it's it's so easy to do them.
yeah.
Okay. One person came, that's probably 15K in your pocket. Why
Yeah.
are you whining? Imagine you would do one buyer seminar a month, 12 times a year. That's 100K in your pocket.
So it's
I'm
not
telling you.
about it's not about the number of people that come in. It's about if a person comes in. But I wanted to ask you because there are some agents on the call. What does a successful buyer seminar look like? Are you doing them through a Zoom? Are you doing them in person at your office? Like, just kind of elaborate just a little bit on that because I'm
Sure.
curious too. Because I do see people do it. They do it one or two times and then they stop doing it.
Of
'Cause-
course.
yeah, because
Every agent does that.
they don't see the
Yeah.
fruit in it.
Look at this. Every agent wants a business, but no one wants to operate like one.
Yeah.
Yeah. McDonald's doesn't stop making hamburgers.
Right.
Like, it's a why? Because there's a system in place, there's a structure in place, there's a commitment in place. Yeah. Look at this. Zoom buyer seminars, I call them online or in person.
Mm-hmm.
You pick. That's what works.
Yeah.
You pick. I tell agents, look at this. Look at this. I tell them, don't even worry about which one you pick. I'm first worried about you building the discipline
To do it.
to do it.
Right.
I'm more worried about you growing in your commitments to stick to something for a whole year. For a whole year. It's like I told our agents the other day, what if you would have committed to doing 3 videos a week? How many videos would you have had in 2025?
We had a question, Steve. Can you repeat those six? There were um open
Yeah.
houses.
Okay. So it's build out your database.
Okay.
Okay. Start simple. Don't spend your money yet. Okay. Literally on a Google spreadsheet, uh, uh, first name, last name, phone number, email. Okay. Why do I say it that way? Because you must train yourself. I'm telling you, it's all about this first. It's becoming someone. Like learn the habits of growing your database before going and spending $150 a month on something that is never used. Dude, the other day I sat down with an agent, okay? She was with a bigger box company and so on. And then she asked, oh, do you offer like a CRM here? And I said, oh, did your previous company offer you one? She says, oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah. We had one. I'm all like, wow. I'm like, hey, uh, show me in. Let me see it. Literally right there. I'm like, wow. Li- Show me in. Oh, well,
Hesitation.
I really haven't used it. I'm like, okay, so you're asking me to spend money on something you're not gonna use. I'm all like,
Right.
explain that to me. I told her that's why you need to come to Elite Real Estate because you need to become someone you're currently not. It's a fantasy right now. It's this like thing where we're like we're like we're like you want stuff because it makes you feel good.
Right.
Yeah, build out your database. Put everyone and your mama in that database. People from your past, from your present, and everyone else needs to go into your database. On our next call, which I want to do one, I am gonna walk you through an example with one of my agents. Bro, insane what happened to this kid, to this kid that literally went all in on these 6 things. I mean, it's just like honestly mind-boggling. But anyway, look at this. Number one, build out your database. Number two, social media. You can't a little bit here, a little bit there. It's not working. Dude, trust the process and get better.
Right.
Real estate agent, one of your jobs is to watch YouTube videos and learn how to be better on social media. Watch marketing videos on branding, how to build your brand on social. Like, dude, study, become better. Don't be a bum. Don't rely on just trainings in your office. Go home and watch videos, obsess about it, become the best. Number three, open houses. Don't be a bum about them.
It
Most agents
worked.
are bums about them. Yeah, but like knowing how to do them well matters. Number four, buyer seminars, online or in person. Five, running ads on Facebook. Six, calling for sale by owners. I'm telling you, look at this. It's never been easier to build a six-figure real estate business than it is in 2026. Never, never. You want to make money this year, real estate agent, it's gonna be so easy. So easy. Cakewalk. In my office, lives are being changed because of the commitment of going all in and committing to a process. You just put your head down and work. You don't have to grind. I In my office, we banned the word grind because grind is a negative word. It's like, who wants to be like, this is grind? We don't grind. We work strategically. We don't work all day. Showing houses is not working,
All right. Yeah, that and you already said it, learning the contract and stuff when you don't have leads. That's for your
bro.
you got to
Dude,
hire a TC. I mean, at the end of the day,
what good is it knowing the contract if you never have a contract to write?
right.
Yeah, but anyway,
Let me ask you this. As you stepped into being a leader, not just in business, but obviously you're a pastor as well. What is like a trait that you weren't expecting that you needed to develop in your life to give to other people
a trait that I had to develop.
that you didn't think you needed to develop?
Oh, yeah, it's called self-awareness.
Yeah,
It's called self-awareness. And people avoid self-awareness because people avoid accountability. And here's why. It sucks hearing how much you suck.
good.
Yeah, self-awareness. Dude, I'm not the best at everything.
Right.
And and like I miss it a lot. And I have to like here's here's a small example. Like every single week, I sit down with my wife and I ask her, "How am I doing?" Because in my eyes, I'm Mr. Perfect. I'm the best husband in the world. I'm the best father in the world in my eyes. Okay? But I'm self-aware that
Right.
I'm most likely, like every human being, missing it in a lot of areas. And I continually ask people around me. That's why coaching, mentorship, accountability is so important. Why? Because it allows you to grow in being self-aware. Like it sucks hearing, hey, want the truth? Yeah, you're a bum. Dude, how uncomfortable is it hearing that?
Yeah, I know that. But
It's
but
like,
it's
it's
but
like
it's
what?
true. Yeah,
It's like,
self-awareness
it's
is
like, hey,
huge.
you're distracted. Hey, you're inconsistent. Hey, you lack accountability.
Hmm.
Hey, your emotional intelligence needs to grow. Hey, you're overly emotional.
Yeah.
Yeah, I needed to grow in my self-awareness to become a better leader. And it's one of the things every entrepreneur needs to grow in, your self-awareness.
Good. That's a good. Write that down, everybody, please. I want to open this up. I think we covered a lot of the topics that I really wanted to touch on.
Yeah,
Um,
I want to come back
yeah,
and and go in depth
yeah.
with the six things.
Okay. No, we would love to have you back, Steve. Obviously, we're here just trying to help as many real estate professionals as possible, and and we're doing this just because we like. I told my peers and my agents that we just want to help see people win. At the end of the day, and yeah, this is what Make Your Mark is all about. We obviously want to have everyone make their mark with us over here at Landmark, but if you guys are open to even doing these in person and having Steve on online too, we can always make that happen. Let me ask you one more question or a few more questions, Steve. If
Honestly, dude, I got time for one more.
one more question.
Yeah.
Okay. Um, let me think.
or if anybody has a question real
I
quick.
know nobody has asked a question. Anyone with a good question, please send it our way. Um,
All right, here's one. What does your daily
Perfect.
schedule look like from rise until the end of the day?
Ooh,
I mean, that's a long question. Follow me on Instagram and like literally you'll see like what I do every single day. Like
yeah.
for real. Like I post. Your life has to become a reality show.
I've told this to Ake before. I've told her. If you could, Steve, if you could leave agents with one principle that they can apply right now, I know you've already given us a lot of good stuff, but like, what would it be?
Let me see. I will leave you in a I'll leave you with a question to answer this week on your own. Do you really want to build a business?
Hmm, that's good.
Okay. And then when you answer it, ask yourself a self-awareness question. Okay, am I behaving
Starting a
like
business. Yeah.
I want to? Yeah, it really comes down to that. It really comes down to that. It really comes down to, dude, it takes no mental work to put out open houses. Why is it so hard?
Yeah. Steve, thank you so much, man. I appreciate your
Michael,
time today.
I'm a big fan of Michael. When Michael invites me on, I'm gonna come on. As a matter of fact, I wanna, dude, let's fly to Phoenix because I'm there all the time and then do one in person,
Yeah, let's do it. We'll
uninterrupted.
jam pack the room. We got a great Biltmore location for a training room to make it all happen. But I want to respect your time, Steve. Thank you again for jumping on, pouring into to our Landmark community. I know I have a few Landmark reps on our call too, so they probably got a lot of value out of today. For those of you that joined, thank you so much for your time and attention. We don't take that lightly either. And our goal with Make Your Mark is to always just bring you just real conversations, just like this one. I'm sure some of you may have felt a little bit, may have felt a little interrupted a little bit. Maybe it's that self-awareness, but we're just here to help you grow, think bigger, and of course to better your business. So don't forget to come back next week. Next week we're going to talk about commercial real estate and what we're seeing in the marketplace with one of our very own Stephanie Fogelson here at Landmark. And we look forward to seeing you guys and seeing Steve on here once again. So thank you so much, Steve.
Awesome, Michael.
All
Thanks
right,
for having me
brother.
on.
All
Okay.
right. I'll talk to you later. Okay.
All right, we'll see you later.
Bye.